Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 4-hour chart. And look we're still going sideways, but we're holding up very well. And at this point, the suspense is killing me. I'm waiting for that major catalyst to show up that sends XRP skyrocketing from here. But again, that time is definitely coming. It's inevitable. We're just here waiting for it, staying patient and staying positive at the same time. U.S. House Financial Service Committee passed another bill, and this is a big one. So the U.S. House Financial Services Committee has passed a bill protecting the right to crypto self-custody. Indeed, the legislation is set to protect the self-custody of digital assets in the United States in what could be a landmark development for the industry. Named the Keep Your Coins Act of 2023, the legislation was brought forth by Republican Congressman Warren Davidson. And I like what he had to say about this. So last night, the Financial Committee passed my bill to protect self-custody. Those attacking self-custody oppose individual freedom. They want someone they can control to control your assets. You know, it's nice to see some of these politicians fighting for crypto, fighting for me and you. You know, if we didn't have politicians like Warren Davidson, Tom Emmer, Patrick McHenry, and a few others, what would we be left with? Elizabeth Warren and her anti-crypto army, and Gary Gensler trying to crush all of crypto. Senate passes National Defense Bill with crypto amendment. Now, one thing I want to point out is this sentence right here. Prohibiting the use of cryptocurrencies for money laundering and illicit finance is critical to both our national security and economy, Gillibrand said in a statement Thursday. This amendment requires federal regulators to enact strong examination standards that will help prevent the utilization of cryptocurrencies in illegal activities. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of illegal activities going on around crypto, but I'm sure there's far more illegal activities going on around the US dollar. And when they talk about money launderers, it's not just a handful of people in crypto, bad actors. They see all of us as money launderers. Me and you, the average everyday investor. Why do you think it was so important that Elizabeth Warren knows how much crypto you hold in your wallet? Because they want to make sure that we're not avoiding this system. It's amazing that we revolted and started this country over a small tax on tea that didn't actually raise taxes. And look at what we tolerate now. If you earn it, income tax. If you live somewhere, property tax. If you spend it, sales tax. If you save it, inflation tax. If you invest it, capital gains tax. And that's the big one. That's the one they want to make sure me and you aren't avoiding. If you start a business, licenses. If you own a good business, profit tax. If you give it away, gift tax. If you die, inheritance tax. This system is designed to keep us poor. And you know, that's why we need to abolish the IRS as well. But that's why she wants to know how much crypto me and you are holding. In 2022, the U.S. Senate passed a bill to hire 87,000 new IRS agents to investigate citizens' finances. Yesterday, the Senate blocked a bill to monitor and audit billions of taxpayer dollars sent to the Ukraine. Now, that is absolutely hypocritical. But you know why they don't want anyone monitoring or auditing the money going to the Ukraine? Because a lot of that money is coming right back here into those politicians' pockets. You know, We've seen the corruption going on through FTX. Now, I think they already have a new system put in place, and I'm sure it involves BlackRock as well. Busy week for the House Financial Services Committee as legislators pass more crypto bills to the floor. Heated 7-hour markup ends in bipartisan support for a stablecoin bill. And Maxine Waters, honestly, she should just step away from crypto altogether. Listen to what she had to say here. The bill is deeply problematic and bad for America, Waters added, citing concerns with the bill's reserve requirements for issuers and the Federal Reserve's limited role. Why does the Federal Reserve need to be involved in anything? That's another agency that we should get rid of. And you know, the Fed is not a government agency. They're a private entity, a private central bank. But yet these politicians want to keep them involved in every single thing. We need legislation to push forward in this country. Legislation that is not going to keep enriching the big banks, keep enriching certain politicians as well. Richie Torres smashing stereotypes of Democrats and crypto. He doesn't fit into the mold and is pro-crypto. Let me tell you something. Richie Torres is a true American. Take a listen to this.
Today's guest is Representative Richie Torres. Welcome, Representative Torres.
It's an honor to be here.
You're one of the most prominently pro-crypto Democratic members of Congress. You just voted for the advancement of the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, which was Republican-led. And you've even called for an investigation into SEC Chair Gary Gensler. You've called for an investigation into the SEC's failure to protect investors from FTX's failures, et cetera. Most people, when they hear the words crypto and Democrat, would not come up with a stereotype that fits sort of your stance or your position. Why is that? What led you to have this unique position on crypto that's different from most Democrats?
Well, I respectfully disagree with the premise of the question. I would submit to you that the divide on crypto is not so much ideological or partisan, but it's generational. And the opposition to crypto is largely a gerontocracy. Yesterday, the Financial Services Committee in the House passed a market structure bill on a bipartisan basis. And the bipartisan support came from younger Democrats like myself who are open to embracing the potentialities of blockchain technology. So I see it as more as a generational divide. And as Congress becomes less of a gerontocracy over time, I suspect the institution will become more open to embracing crypto.
He wants to keep innovation in this country. He wants to keep crypto pushing forward in this country. And he sees exactly the same problem I see. And you most likely see the same problem as well. We have these politicians that have been in Washington for 40 years plus. A lot of them don't even understand crypto, and they just want to kill it. Or they understand crypto and they still want to kill it to protect their big banker friends that they made friends with over the past 40 years. We need a younger generation of politicians in the United States. This way, technology could push ahead, innovation could strive and grow, and companies can expand out. This way, our economy stays alive and well at the same time. But I really like Richie Torres. He's a true American. A house, a film, and a forest all have one thing in common. They are real-world assets that can be represented as tokens or fractionalized tokens on a blockchain. Take a listen to this.
This is tough. Hello, my name is Jazz Takar, and this is Crypto in a Minute. So what does a tokenized future look like? So first, let's define what tokenization actually is. Tokenization is the representation of real-world value on a blockchain with tokens. And so, if we think about financial instruments, I see a future where equities and bonds and other instruments are represented as tokens on a blockchain. I also see more illiquid assets, such as real estate, being represented on blockchains through tokens also. So what does the future hold? What does all this mean for us individuals? It allows us all to own fractions of assets we otherwise could not afford. You know, I can't afford to fund a film, but maybe I can own a token that partially funds a movie. I could buy a token that represents a rainforest because I want to preserve it for ecological reasons. So look, I see a future where we all own value that we otherwise couldn't own. We own fractions of assets we otherwise couldn't own. And yeah, that's what I see.
That's what I like about tokenization. It allows us to invest in something we normally would not have the money to invest in. And I really like the idea of investing into movies. Think about it. You could pretty much see the value of the movie based on the actors that are in that movie or the script. But it goes beyond that. You know, you could buy pieces of a hotel, and then when you get your returns, you could reinvest those returns. And before you know it, you own a large portion of that hotel. It's a game changer around crypto. And tokenization is going to be something that's going to become very massive in the future. Uphold and Sologenic partner to introduce XRP purchases globally. This is also a very good announcement. Dubai-based Sologenic, a prominent player in the global tokenization solutions, has announced collaborating with US-based crypto exchange Uphold to launch a new application. According to a recent tweet from Sologenic, the strategic partnership saw the introduction of a novel on-ramp solution designed exclusively for the XRP ledger, dubbed Topper. And I like the idea of that because it allows people that normally couldn't buy XRP, all of a sudden, now they can own some XRP. XRP Ledger L2 smart contract hints at timeline for critical milestone launch. And I'll give you the update on that, but I like what else is talked about in this article. RippleX announces XRP Ledger Campus Ambassador Program. RippleX has announced applications for the XRP Ledger Campus Ambassador Program, which was founded by XRP Ledger Foundation and Ripple and is designed to empower, educate, and engage students across campuses worldwide. As stated in a blog post, the application window for the fall 2023 XRP Ledger Campus Ambassador Program is now officially open and will close on July 30th. The program, which will run from September to December, offers an opportunity for students to engage in blockchain technology and contribute to the growing Web3 ecosystem. You know, colleges are starting to teach blockchain. They're also teaching XRP Ledger, XRP, Stellar technology, I'm sure a lot of other technologies as well around crypto. But if crypto wasn't the future, right? Why would they ever teach this in a classroom, especially at a school like Harvard? Why would they ever even talk about XRP or XLM? You know, a Harvard education is very expensive. They would never teach it if it wasn't here for the long term. I said that in multiple videos. XRP community reacts as SEC chair avoids discussing Ripple case. According to Gensler, he is one of 5 commissioners. As a result, he has no say over whether the SEC will appeal the verdict. He also stated that the SEC will discuss the staff's recommendations. I'm one of 5 commissioners. The commissioners have not acted on that. If the staff makes a recommendation, we will have a discussion about it, and we'll take it up there. I don't have anything more to say on that, said Gensler. A vocal XRP community member who goes by the name of Mr. Hoover on Twitter reacted by saying the chances of an appeal might not be 100% certain given the SEC chair's recent comments. If I hear Gary's recent statement, I think it isn't so 100% sure they are going to appeal the decision like the Maxis cry. Not by far, he tweeted. So he doesn't think the SEC is going to appeal the Ripple decision either. And you know, the Maxis right now are saying, oh, this is definitely going to happen. I'm not seeing it. Honestly, I don't think Gary's ready to go back into court with Ripple. I don't think the SEC wants to do that at all. I think they're just going to take the loss. So Bitcoin analysts projects XRP price to skyrocket 2,397% to $26. A top Bitcoin analyst predicts XRP price surge. In a tweet, Captain Fabic, a pro-Bitcoin crypto analyst, voiced his conviction that XRP might soar to remarkable heights between $25 and $30 in the upcoming bull run. Despite his optimism, he advised caution, stressing that the current phase should be approached with a cool head. Fabic advised against succumbing to the fear of missing out. He urged investors to adopt a steady and patient accumulation strategy, assuring them that the anticipated bull run was not a mere pipe dream, but a matter of time. So when the Bitcoin maxis are calling for XRP to skyrocket, I think you need to pay attention, because it says right here he's a pro-Bitcoin crypto analyst, and yet he's still calling for a $25 to $30 XRP. And I think that's definitely possible. Look at all the growth that's happened, even during the bear market. Like I always said, you can have a ton of growth without any price movement. People call the XRP army conspiracy theorists, but Bitcoin maxis genuinely believe that they can topple world governments and the international banking cartel by parking money in a crypto. Delusional. You know why Ripple does so great around the banks and the governments of the world? It's because XRP is not, how can I put this? It's not competing with the banks. In other words, it's not an option away from the banks. It's going to work with the banks. It's going to fix the 50-year-old SWIFT system. It's even going to speed up our payments right here inside the United States. So if anything, Ripple fixes the problem. Bitcoin, however, they see it as an alternative to the banks, like an escape hatch. And that's why I always said, I don't see Bitcoin having a future. But because XRP fixes the problem, I think the sky is the limit on where we go around XRP. I hope I said that right. So because, I was trying to get the point that, when you create something like Bitcoin and you pin it against the bank, of course, they're never going to want to utilize it. And of course, they're never going to want to implement it into the system. It's slow and it's outdated. And its use case, it's just getting worse. As more and more new cryptocurrencies pop up, they're going to always outshine Bitcoin. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.